Hi, everybody. I have a story when I was young one time, and my mom was. This is when my mom was alive, and me and my friend lived in the Mills called Mills because of the name of the street. It's like a little projects, nothing big. We used to live there. Me and my friend, we got hooked up on playing Ouija board, and we played it, yo. I mean, like these two white girls that we knew, cool ass friends, and they were the ones that they used to play it all the time, and so they got us into it. And I remember doing it so much that me and my friend will get haunted, right? People might not believe it, people will believe it, but if you can ever get a hold of my friend, he don't talk to me no more because of all this stuff. Anyhow, so we used to play every day in the back of the Mills on the 7th floor in the back where everybody used to hang out, but at times we used to go be like 2 in the morning, nobody be there. And we used to play. Of course we hear noises and oh, is that what it is? The real thing happened. So after we played, oh man, I said to him bye. He went downstairs, and I was gonna go in my house. I lived in 5H. He lived in 4H, and he couldn't get inside his apartment. I couldn't get inside my apartment where I lived. My mom was like, "Come in," and I couldn't. There was a pressure pushing me down like this, pushing me away from the house. My mom was very religious, so whatever was on me at the time, didn't want to come in the house. And dude, I'm talking about, I cried, yo. It was pushing me down. I felt the pressure. It felt like, I don't know if you guys ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but you know when Goku goes to that other Earth and it's like magnetic and he has to get up and try to walk it off? That's how it felt. I thought it was just, me. So I'm like, well, I started crying, this and that. And I couldn't take it. So my mom, she always had holy water. She put holy water on me. She was a very religious person. Whatever she did helped. The first thing I did, I walked in. Nothing was pushing me. I didn't feel pressure. I sat down and I looked around. I said, okay, everything's fine. I hear a yell. Ah! From the hallway. So I go downstairs and I check my friend out. My friend is going through the same experience I'm going through. But the problem is, his sister he lives with his sister at the time. She don't have no holy water. Dude could not get in. I was there trying to help him. He couldn't get in. I knew what he was going through, so I ran upstairs and I told my mom. I said, "Ma, the same thing's happening to my friend." So she goes downstairs. She blesses him with the holy water. She blesses the house. He was able to enter inside. Then when his sister and my mom got together, we got the most brutalist yelling that you could ever imagine. This look is that if you got yelled at that like now, you probably call the cops. I got hit. He got hit. It was insane. I never felt something like that in my life. So what's crazy about it is that I was looking for him. When you grow up, everybody spreads. Some of your friends stay, some of your friends go. And man, I didn't know where he was. I was always trying to find him. So I had a Facebook. I don't have it no more, but I had a Facebook, and I found him. And the first question I asked him was, "Yo, remember that day in the hallway?" He said to me, "JD, that's something I don't ever want to go through again. I don't ever want to remember or anything. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "I'm gonna have to block you." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because if I talk to you, that's all I think of." I was like, "Fuck." I was like, we'll talk about the stuff. And he goes, "I can't." He goes, "It was so traumatic that I don't know how it didn't affect me like that to the point where maybe you want to stay away from certain friends." But yeah, he stood away from me, and he don't talk to me no more and stuff like that, because of that situation. And he's not the first friend that went through. I used to play the Ouija board like almost every day when I was young. I mean, it got to the point where I felt like I was talking to spirits and stuff like that. I know one time I was on it and And whatchamacallit, is when my mom had passed away, and I asked to speak to my mom. I was by myself. They always say don't play it by yourself. So, I'm superstitious in a certain way. I mean, I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid. I get certain things. But Trixie chill. And the other friend, same thing happened to him. But with him, we was at the girl's house, and he was getting attacked by a spirit. I don't want to say demon. I don't want to say good spirit. I don't know what happened. All I know is that he ran in the middle of the kitchen. He was doing like these when you play football and you're gonna guard the guy like that, he's gonna pass you. And I see him. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck you doing? Got up and ran to the kitchen, fell on the floor, and the ghost was actually kicking him because I can see his body, lunging from side to side. And I'm like, I don't want to say his name. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, JD, get him off me. Get him off. I says, dude, I don't see it. And he's like, it's on me. So now me and these girls are like holding hands and chicks were fucking scared. We're like, what the fuck? I don't know what happened. I turned around and I opened the door. As soon as the light hit him, the light, which I say is the light of God, as soon as it hit him, he got up, that nigga took off, ran to his house. I ran behind him, It was from Springdale to the Mills. That was probably like 2 miles, maybe 3 miles, non-stop, full speed. Zoom, to the house. A week later, my friend moved out. I caught up with him on Facebook again at the time, and I asked him about that. He said, yo, Chidi, you're a cool ass cat, I love you and everything like that. He goes, but I'm gonna have to block you. And I was like, why? He's like, I can't deal with this spirit stuff that you're around. And I was like, but I'm not around it. It's like we're both creating it. And he's like, I know, but I don't want to talk about it no more, and every time I see you, that's all I think. So I was like, alright. So that's 2 good friends that I lost because of Ouija board. And really what I wanted to say was, how I am. I always switch different things. So, what was it? The one that I said that it was the craziest one. Oh man, which one was that one? I know my nephew saw something in my room. He said he saw it. When he came in my house, he saw a little statue standing in front of my door, my room door, looking straight at him. And when he went to chase it, he ran under my bed and disappeared. But that's the story he gave me. I'm not gonna deny it, or I'm not gonna put full truth in it. I don't know what it was. He could have experienced it. I believe it because in some ways I've experienced stuff. My nephew's not really scared of ghosts and stuff, so when he saw it, he thought it was like, what the fuck is that? He chased it and disappeared. And he just like, yo, I'm not going back to your house. There's shit weird happening. Then I find out my mother passed away. 17. I was taking care of my child. So I asked to speak to her on my own terms. This is a while back, but you know what's crazy about it is that I still feel it like it's today. It don't matter what happens to me in the past, it feels like today. That's why I don't like talking about my past. It fucking sucks. But I asked to speak to her by myself, and I asked to speak to her. This is the weirdest stuff I've experienced. Now the board is moving, right? They all say it's in your mental. I just let it go with the flow. Next thing you know, it says hi. And read it. I said hi back. I didn't ask to speak to her yet. I said hi. I go, who's this? And they said, they just started going in circles. I go, are you next to my mom? And it points to yes. It says, can I speak to my mom? So this is the crazy part. It says yes. Those stuff always mess with you. They usually never the people who you think you are. It's always someone else. Anyhow, I think this was actually my mom at the time. I asked her, I said, Mom, I'm sorry. I miss you. I don't know what I'm going to do with you without me, without my life. I never did. And she wrote back. take care. I'm watching over you and your son. And that's all it said, right? Next thing you know, that this starts going, starts going crazy and stops. I asked him another question. I said, is my mom there? And then kept going in circles, and it says, no. And I go, what happened? Why can't I speak to my mom? And then he started writing out, your mom, your mom is resting. Leave her in peace. You've had your peace with her right now. And they didn't want me to talk to her no more, I guess, so I let it go. And ever since then, I never played with it. I just wanted that one answer from my mom. And she said she was watching over me and my son. And I can see how this changed a lot. I'm doing this, dude. I can't stop sweating. I got the AC on. I have the shivers all fucking morning. I got major back pain. I don't want to go away. And I'm just trying to live a good life. And my life is not bad. It's just, yeah, booger now. My life is not bad. It's just I went through a lot of trauma as a kid, growing up. Almost been killed, been shot at, been in riots. I mean, whatever you could think of as 11-year-old boy going through what 23-year-old males, grown adults go through when shit hits the fan. And I was in between all that shit, and I experienced a lot. I experienced a lot of deaths. I've seen friends get stomach blown out by a shotgun. Another friend of mine at a job put his hand in the machine, chopped off his hand. I got hit here. I'm disabled because I don't know, you can't really tell, but I shake a lot and I get nervous all the time. I don't know what to do sometimes. I know it's a long ass video. I hope I keep you entertained about this. And I'm not asking you to subscribe. I'm not asking you to do anything. You just be yourself. I just want to be myself. I make these recordings because, like someone said, and I've read in one of my comments, it's good to vent it. So I'm venting it out. But to tell you the truth, right now I feel like crying. My I don't really like talking about my mom because it always makes me tear. I miss her so much, you don't know. Hold on. Before I start. And I wish she was here. My father's around, but he's more on his own. So my brother came, visited me, and the last thing he said to me was, I don't know what's the next time I'm gonna see you again. I said, I understand. And that's it for now, I guess. I can talk more later. I have a lot of experiences and a lot of stories to say that I've been through. Not a lot of people can relate to. Some people can relate to. And if you don't believe really what I'm saying, I wish I could introduce you to my friends. They will tell you they don't want to speak to me. They were my closest friends too. I chill with them every day, which I did that shit. Now I'm solo. I have one good friend, and he's younger than me and shit like that, but he's always been around my life. And I love him to death, and I won't let nothing happen to him. I just want to say too, you guys take care out there, man. Life is crazy. Spiritual shit is happening. Regular stuff is happening. People don't know who the fuck to rape anymore. People don't know who to take advantage of anymore. This is a crazy world. A lot of kids these days don't want to work, don't want to do nothing. I wish I can go back to work, but I can't because I get random anxiety attacks, and dude, I can go straight for a whole week and be okay, and then next year, boom, I'm shaking for like 3 days. It sucks for my part, but I want to be friends with everybody that can trust me and I can trust them. I'm I'm good. I'm really a good person. I just made bad decisions, bad choices in life when I was young. I've grown up out of it, and I would love to meet new friends, new people. I would love to talk to people. One of my biggest things is, talking, having conversations, and I love to laugh. But I love you guys. You guys take care out there. Don't do no stuff like I did when I was young, because the Ouija board is not no joke. I had to burn the Ouija board in order to stop all the spirits. But besides that, just take care of each other. Don't let no one put you down, because once you let them put you down, everyone else is going to put you down. And why I say that is because I tell you one thing: ever since I've been disabled, everyone's just putting me down. Like I'm worth nothing. You can't do nothing. You're not a good parent. It's like a whole bunch of shit happens, and what they don't know is that fucks with my head. I try not to let it be, but it does. Take care, people. I really tell you the truth, I don't want to live a long time, but I can't kill myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't let it be an accident or something like that. But I don't even want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in this freaking world. I know it sucks. I know everybody tells me, yo, the world's the world. I know it sucks. But what's weird about it is that you know how they say only the strong survive? That's not always true. It was true at one point, but now it came. Remember that saying that they said that the pen will be mightier than the sword? Right at this moment, that's what's happening. But if you put a pen against my sword, I'm sorry, I'm gonna win. Maybe verbally you can kill me, but physically I can hurt you. But that's not what I'm about. I just want to have good friends. I want to meet new people. I want my aura to go back up. I want to help others. If you're going through anything, any changes or anything, maybe one day send me a message or something like that, and I could talk to you and just have a conversation, even if I don't know you. We don't have to say each other's names or nothing. Just talk about what's happening. I will help you. I will talk to you about what's happening with me, and hopefully you can help me. That's how I would like to be with everyone. I love you guys.